Hey, good morning, everybody. This weekend, we decided to take a quick trip to Chincoteague Island in Virginia. It's kind of near the Delmarva of Maryland, really, not far from Assateague. So, if you're familiar with Wallops Island, where they do a lot of the launches for satellites, it's 5 or 6 miles from Wallops Island. So, beautiful place as far as location and the views. So we're in Site 136, and it's right, I don't know if you can see behind me or not, but we're right on the water. You're within 10 yards of the water. So it's early November, it's chilly, a little windy, but sun's out. It's a beautiful day. So we're going to go around and show the town of Chincoteague, and then just kind of see what's here. We're only here for a couple nights, but it's relatively close and should be a good fun weekend. And it's a birthday celebration weekend, so we'll take you along. And just want to turn this around here and just kind of, I'll take you over to the boardwalk. So the this resort has a boardwalk that surrounds the entire thing, and so you walk across the boardwalk. It goes behind all the sites down along the bay, and eventually leads out to so I'll turn this around. I think that's Wallops Island across from us. Turn this around. So this is Wallops Island over here, and then Assateague is up along here someplace, or this might be Wallops here and then Chincoteague. But you can also see that it's a boat dock or a boat slip for this one. It says Army Corps of Engineers, and they were here throughout the night last night. And I don't know exactly what they're doing, but there's a lot of ship movement. Not real big ships, but sizable. A lot of ship movement in and out of the slips here. So interesting, something fun to see. And again, you can see we're right on the water. We got here last night just as the sun was setting, and man, my days, what a beautiful sunset. So we will get a chance, and we'll later tonight we'll show you the sunset. So again, I think this is Wallops Island because you can kind of see out there in the distance all the different satellites and such, and where they launched the rockets from. And it looks like over in this area there's something out in the water. I'm assuming it looks like some type of a sub, but I don't know. I can't really see that far. But beautiful place. Again, we're in Site 136, so out across here you can see they got some not only RV sites, but they also have cabins. They have some tent sites out on the other end. We are in 136 now. One thing I will say, they call this place a resort, and I believe it's really nice because you're paying for the bay. I don't know what this deal is. The sites aren't paved. They got it on some type of a plastic runner there, and it's not overly level. We were off by about 8 inches front to back, but we got it leveled out. So and of course you have all your hookups here, and then we'll take a walk through the rest of the park and show it to you, and then also show you downtown. Small island, but a lot of restaurants and such, so we'll check that out, take you along.
On the open road, where dreams unfold, adventure calls, a story to be told. With every mile, our spirits soar, freedom song forevermore. Super sea child adventures on the go, through the hills and valleys, don't you know? With laughter and love, we're all so free. A journey shared, just you and me. Heather by my side, Herbie and Bugsy too. Together we chase skies of endless blue. In our RV, a home on wheels. Every turn, a new world reveals.
Like I mentioned, this boardwalk here goes around the entire property that faces the bay. So I think there's about 10 or 12 sites for RV sites to face the bay. The rest of it is going to be in front of the rental cabin. So nice to have for sure. Coming off the boardwalk in two different locations, you have fishing piers, and there might even actually be three. But that way it will get you out into the bay a little bit, especially whenever when the tide's going out, you need to get out on that pier to get out into the water. As the tide goes out, the water recedes probably 20 to 30 yards away from the rocky beach. So the fishing piers make it nice if you're a fisherman. In addition to the RV sites, along with the cabins, they also have these, I guess you'd call them glamping yurts. They were closed for the season, but they get busy in the summer months, so maybe another option for you to check out, maybe a little bit of a lower priced option.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to stay in here.
If you're a boat person, there is a working marina right next door, and you'll be able to see them and even hear the activity over there if you're in these cabins that face next door. So if you're a fisherman, if you're a boat enthusiast, this might be your ticket right here. So something else that you want to check out. Hey, morning all. We are at Chincoteague. Well, I guess we just crossed over into Assateague, into the Chincoteague National Wildlife Refuge Trail. It's part of Assateague Island, and out here on the video, you can see the wild ponies that are out there. So we're here currently. It's typically $10 to get in, but because of the government shutdown, it's free. So they are handing out maps, but everything is open, with the fact that some of the buildings are closed, but it's free to get onto the property at this point. You can see the ponies go up here to the beach, and different types of wildlife you'll be able to see and check out. One thing to note is they do not allow pets on the island or in the wildlife refuge or in the national park. So the sign says no pets, and that includes no pets in your vehicle. So even if you're just coming out just to drive through the park, you're not going to be able to bring your pets. You're going to have to, if you're like us, we're in our tow vehicle, but if you're in an RV and that's your only vehicle, you're either going to have to find an alternative for your pets or somebody to watch them, or just pass on this opportunity. Driving on the beach out there. You see way out in the distance, there's vehicles out on the beach. One thing I know, when you do get out here and if you want to drive on the beach, you have to have a few things with you. You have to have a tow rope, you have to have a shovel, you have to have a fire extinguisher, and I believe you have to have a first aid kit. So if you're in a four-wheel drive and you want to go out on the beach, you're going to have all that. Now, with the government being shut down right now, I doubt there's any park rangers that are going to be inspecting for that. However, if you're out here during normal hours and normal operations, make sure you carry all that stuff with you in your Jeep, your truck, whatever it is.
they're just relaxing. You make them move.
Let's travel through maritime forests and discover a historic Assateague lighthouse built in 1867. Refuge preserves this building, and the U.S. Coast Guard maintains the light as an active navigation aid. Didn't know it was still active. How tall that thing is. I'm sure it says over here. On an October day, we went away to the sea where he loved to be, even on a vessel for him unworthy. The boat went down, so did he, into the deep, unforgiving sea. Inez Doan, age 14, dedicated to the loved ones lost to the sea.
Hey guys, we are headed home from Chincoteague Island in Virginia. I think we got in on Thursday evening, probably what, 5:30. It was just getting dark when we got into town, but overall, I had a good time. I think this used to be a Sun Outdoors resort, but it's now privately owned. I think it was a nice resort. Our site was amazing. We had awesome views. It was clean, which I think all Sun Outdoor resorts are probably clean, but this was well maintained, I think. Cute little town, but not a whole lot to do. I think they get a lot of traffic in the peak season. But there's a few restaurants and a few stores, but pretty secluded, I think. Not a whole lot to do. What do you think?
I don't know. It was nice, right? So we had one of the 10 sites that border the water, border the bay, so that was nice. I don't know that I'd come back, and the only reason I say that is we had booked this to come back in the spring, and the bad part about coming back here in the spring is
the price.
The price. So we had booked, I don't know, this is the end of the year, right? So it's middle of November, and so the prices were about $90 a night, plus you had to pay a lock fee for that site that we were in, which is okay. I understand why. But we booked for Memorial Day weekend, so the first night was $99, and then it goes to $252 a night, and then there's taxes and lock fee and everything else on top of that, so it comes out to $275 a night, and it's not worth that. So we canceled. We won't be back. At least we won't be back for Memorial Day weekend. The other thing I would say is, after Sun Outdoors had pulled out, they took out the dog park, and the fact that we traveled with 2 dogs, there's no place for them to go to the bathroom, run around, carry on, whatever.
We had to drive to a dog park.
Yeah, so there is a dog park in town. It's 2.5 miles from the campground. So because of the dog park and because of the price in May, that's insane. Would I come back in the fall? Yeah, absolutely I would, if we could get it at a decent price, because Assateague's not too far away. We spent time at the beach, really nice beach. There was a lot to see up there. So I would come back for that, but I would come back for fall. I just can't. That place isn't worth the money that they're asking for the spring and summer months. But yeah, I'd come back.
And I don't know, when we did book this, it was operated by Sun Outdoors, and I don't know if that has something to do with the high price or not. So maybe, I don't know. I mean, maybe the price won't be so bad, but maybe they charge the same as what Sun Outdoors does. But yeah, $200 some,
almost $300.
It's not really worth it when there's not a whole lot to do, and the amenities in the park. I mean, there was a playground and pickleball courts and a swimming pool, which the swimming pool was closed for the season. So I don't know. I think really if you're not able to use the amenities, they shouldn't charge what they do. But other than that, a nice little town. I really liked our site. It was awesome views. We watched the boats come in and go out, and there is stuff to do in the area as far as Assateague and stuff like that. So
the biggest bummer is we had to winterize as we were right before we pulled out. We're headed home. It's supposed to be 26 degrees when we get home.
Yeah, I mean, we're headed to Disney in a couple weeks, but it's supposed to get wickedly cold at our house before that. So we didn't really have a choice.
Yeah, it is what it is. So one more trip for us, and then we're done for the year.
But so we'll give you a review of what we did this weekend, and let us know what you think, and if you guys would.
Hey, one more thing. We're going to miss it by a week. So they do rocket launches off of Wallops Island, which is right across the bay. You see it here on the video. If you could ever schedule that place during a rocket launch, that would be awesome.
Yeah, we're just missing it,
yeah,
but
But they don't always announce when they're going to do it. So they're going to do a rocket launch next week, and we're going to miss it by a week. But We've never been close to a rocket launch. We've seen them from a distance. I'd like to see one close. He said that you're so close to this campground, it will rattle the windows and you can feel the vibration in your RV and all through the campground. So that'd be neat to see.
Yeah, I think we would have had like an awesome view to see that, but so we'll see you later.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Until next time, ciao.